Justy Bug, wake up.
Chris, what are you doing in here?
Justy Bug, I broke in.
How'd you get underneath the covers? Why are you in bed with me?
Because I can't lay in a bed without getting under the covers. What are you, crazy? I'm scared, Justy Bug. I'm scared right now.
Scared of what? What
I'm
happened?
downright creeped out.
Creeped out? Creeped out from what?
The Mustache Man.
The Mustache Man?
Yes, the Mustache Man.
The one that lives on Drury Lane?
He may or may not live on Drury Lane. I don't know. But he's creeping me out, Justy Bug. I need some help. I came to you for guidance.
What do you need to do?
We need to have a talk.
A talk?
Yes, a talk. It's time for Chris's Creepy Corner.
Hey everybody, this is a new show. This is Chris's Creepy Corner, featuring Chris.
Ooh, and Justy Bug. Justy Bug, my life has been really weird here lately.
Lately?
There's just all these weird things, like even the past few weeks, the past couple weeks.
What's been going on?
Everything's just weird stuff.
Like what?
Like if there was stuff I can't even explain to you. If I told you, I'd probably have to kill you. But it's these things. It's like if there was a camera crew that followed me around, they'd be a little bit bored, but they'd be like, "What is going on in this guy's life? Like what? Like all these weird things. Like you ever think? I honestly believe that it's like the Truman Show effect. That my life is like nothing seems real. Nothing seems real. Like it might be put on. Like you might be an actor.
I may
Playing
be.
my brother.
I might be an actor. Because who would actually put up with you, Chris?
But I mean, it feels. I don't know. I'm not saying I have a special gift. Maybe God blessed me with something I just don't understand.
You got The Shining.
But I can even think of things too. Well, I'll tell you what. We're kind of going. I'm a rambling mess as usual.
You've got a story for me, don't you, Chris?
The Mustache Man.
The Mustache Man.
Okay. Do you remember, as a kid, seeing the Mustache Man?
I remember seeing the Mustache Man.
Okay, so my first encounter with this Mustache Man, we were driving up down. Well, I don't want to say what road it was, because he's a real person.
Give his address out.
We were driving up and down that road, and we came to that stop sign. We looked to the right, and he was out there mowing his yard. That's my first encounter with him. And then he waved like humongously at me, like a little bit too wavy.
Yeah.
Everybody loves to be nice, but you can be a little bit too nice.
I think it's funny is most of the time when we would see this guy, he always had his shirt off too.
Never had. I don't know if I've ever seen this guy with a shirt on. And he had, was it like a, maybe I shouldn't say his haircut. I don't want to describe this person and let people know who it is. But he had a thick mustache. We will say that. And so the whole thing is, it's like, and I would see him at like odd times. But every time I would see this Mustache Man, it would be like randomly. But like something would pop into my head about this guy. I'd be like, why am I thinking of this dude right now? Like this kind of, but as soon as I would think about it, there he would be.
Why did you have the Mustache Man on your mind so much, Chris?
Well, I'll tell you why. I mean, well, really, I don't even know why, but like that's what I mean. I'll explain to you later some of these weird oddities.
How old were you when you first started seeing the Mustache Man?
Dude, I may have been 12, 11 or 12.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I was young. I was a kid.
I remember us going to school. I would drop you off at school, but I remember we would stop at that stop sign, And that guy be outside, he'd always wave at you.
Yeah.
And you would wave back.
And it
I
became.
didn't realize you were fixated on this mustache man as a
I wouldn't-
12-year-old boy.
I wouldn't say I was fixated on
Well,
it.
you were thinking about him a lot, and then he would appear to
But it
you.
was just, it wasn't like a controlled, it wasn't a conscious thought. It would just be like, I'm thinking this guy, and he'd show up like he was my weird genie or something. And, okay, so here's what's freaked me out about all this here recently. I haven't seen this dude or thought about this dude since I was a kid in years.
Yeah.
Years. The other day, I had a weird vision in my head. Like it popped into my head. It was like a flash. I'm being cheeky, but I'm being serious too. And it was of the mustache man on a lawnmower, waving at me really big. And I kid you not, that same day I was driving, got at the same exact stop sign. I looked to the right, bam, there he was, exactly like I pictured it in my vision. Riding the lawnmower, the same exact thing that I saw in my head, it happened.
Maybe he was waving you over, Chris.
I don't know, but I was like, I have not seen or thought about this dude in years. And all of a sudden, and he looked the same.
Did he have a shirt on?
Shirt was off, the same haircut, thick stash. He was just older. So was I.
Maybe one of these days you need to just stop and talk to him and be like,
Well,
I don't think you realize, sir, what kind of effect you've had on my life. I think about you, I dream about you, I have visions flash before my eyes.
I know this sounds like a sick fantasy.
Every time I'm down, you show up.
But I promise it's all above board, sir. We know where he lives.
Yeah.
Oh, we break into his house and hold him hostage. Listen, I need to know. Like my thing is like, what if this guy's got something going on behind closed doors? What if he's practicing voodoo or something? He's like bringing me back in.
He's trying to draw you in.
He found a locket of my hair. Like, what if it all means something? What if it means nothing? I mean, I don't know. But how is it that I thought about this? I had that weird flash of a vision, and then I see this. I'm gonna tell you something else that's weird. This is gonna make me sound really ridiculously crazy.
Okay. Even more crazy than you having visions of the mustache man?
I've never told anybody about the mustache man, but it's been freaky. It's been on my mind here lately. Another weird thing. When I was a kid, and this has all happened just here as of recent too. When I was a kid, I had seen this boy. This boy, I won't say the school what he went to. He went to a school close to us. And I had seen him at some event. And he was older than me at the time. I was younger. But over the years, at different times, I would see this same kid. Looked the same, never spoken to him, just observed. Looked the same, talked the same to people, like was the same. A few months ago, I hadn't thought about this, and I would see him random times, probably see him more frequently than the mustache man.
Okay.
Just at odd different times in my life. But then all of a sudden, I'm at work. Who do I see? This kid. It's got to be the same kid. Hasn't grown up a wink. I don't think he has.
He's still 15 years old.
I'm telling you, I had to take a couple steps back. Seriously, out in public, because I'm like, but I can't confide. Even though I'm telling everybody, I can't confide, in people around there. But like, hey, I know I sound crazy, but I've been seeing this same kid since I was about 10 years old. I don't know what it means, but I'm telling you, it's the same.
He walks up to you. He's like, "Whew, you've aged."
He's like, Chris, it's me. Remember?
It's old me. It's me, Ramon.
But I'm telling you,
Your buddy.
Ramon. It's got it, man. It looks so identical. But I haven't spoken to him. I'm afraid to speak, to be honest with you. I mean, what do you say?
Where did you see this kid at?
I saw him at work. I told you.
He's still a kid?
Yes. But looks exactly the same. And I don't know. My thinking is if
You've been seeing him since you were a kid,
yes,
and he's older than you.
he was older than me at the time.
Well, he has to still be older than
I
you.
don't know if he's real. This is what I'm trying to get at. I don't know if if this kid's even real.
Maybe
What
that,
if this whole time?
maybe that kid grew up, had a son that looks just like him.
I don't know. I don't think the timelines would match unless he was making business early.
Maybe, I don't know, Chris. You're starting to sound crazy.
I know. Well, think about being me day to day, a complete gentleman walking around here trying to keep it all together for everybody. And meanwhile, I got these weird things going on in my life, and I can't make heads or tails of what's going on.
Mustache Man, crazy kids.
But I'm thinking, what
How
if
do you get any work done, Chris?
I don't? If you can hear the incoherent ramblings that's going on inside my head, I clearly get nothing done in
I
life.
just imagine your work. You're having one of those boards with the pins and like the red strings. It's got pictures of Mustache Man, we're kids, Bigfoot, aliens.
But, and it's like, I don't even know if this is what I'm seeing is even real. Do other people see this kid? Am I the only one? Is this whole thing, is my whole life a weird charade? Is it fake? What is happening? Because I'll tell you, I may have a couple of gifts. A spiritual gifts, maybe. I don't know. Maybe God blessed me in certain ways that like, because here's the thing is too, my entire life, this whole creepy corner is going way out there.
Yeah.
My entire life, and here as of recently, bad. I can think about something or like know something's gonna happen, and it happens. Pretty almost exactly the way that I thought. I can think about a person. Bam! I get a phone call or text from them.
It's the Mustache
It's the
Man
mustache
texting
man.
you.
But it's been happening really. But if this here lately, it's been super strong. And in certain situations I find myself in, I will think about this, and even before it happens, like I know something's gonna happen. I know whatever, and I show up, and it happens exactly like I envisioned it happening. So I don't know what to make of all this. Am I losing my mind?
Yeah, you're definitely losing your mind.
I mean, do I sound? This is cheeky and funny in a sense, but it is true at the same time.
If only you could harness this power.
Use it for good.
Yeah.
And it's almost like weird things like, because I'll tell you what, do you, I kind of believe too that if you think about somebody, like that other person could feel it in a subconscious type of level. Do you know what I mean? Like
I know what you mean.
It's like energy's pulling at you. The best way that I can tell you is like this. Say that someone's looking at you. You're not looking at them. Someone's looking at you.
Yeah.
And you can feel it. You don't know that they are, but you feel that. You feel that energy. You feel them staring at you. Then you look and they are. Someone is looking at you. It's that type of thing. Sometimes I think about you just to energetically kind of pull your cords a little bit.
Is that why I can't sleep at night?
Every time. Well, Justy Bug's bedtime. I guess I better start thinking about him.
You're laying in bed thinking about me, just laughing your head off. I know you ain't sleeping tonight.
But I tell you, it's weird. I'll tell you something. And like talk about feeling people. Like, dude, I'm a major person. I go off of feelings. My entire life has been just off a weird feeling. If I get a weird vibe from somebody, get an awful weird feeling, I will not be around them.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just get up and leave. I'll make up an excuse. Which hell, I just get up and leave. Don't say anything anyway.
Yeah.
But because I'll tell you, I remember. I'll tell you a story.
You're touching me awful lot.
I will never forget this. This freaked me out. I remember talking to somebody one time, and they were like really sad. They were confiding in me a thing, and like this was years ago. and they were telling me like a sad story about things that were going on, and like they were just extremely sad. And I'll never forget this. This is what this thing right here has honestly made me think that I may have had a gift. I don't know. I'll never forget this. Now I was pretty connected with this person. But I remember I was like trying to console them, and I like patted them on the shoulder like that, like, it's going to be okay. But as soon as I did that, as soon as I laid my hands on them, I remember feeling like just, I'm not kidding you, this weird sad, like I could feel their sadness like
Yeah.
come over me, and like I could feel what they were feeling. And I freaked out a little bit. And I had to like, I had to walk away because it was so intense. But it's like that with me. It's like that with certain people.
Chris,
Do I sound insane right now?
what are you trying to tell me? What kind of weird gifts do you think you have? You have the
don't know.
power to absorb people's emotions.
The power to absorb people's emotions? I don't know.
You're having strange visions of people waving at you on their lawnmower.
And it sounds completely insane. I get it. But like, it's been really intense as of late. And I've just been trying to deal with it. Being older and dealing with it's a little bit different than being a kid. It's just
Yeah.
like, what am I doing? Like, what is life? What is going on out here?
I think you need to start documenting these things, Chris.
Start keeping a book?
Keep yourself a journal.
Maybe.
Maybe start doing some recordings of you being like, hey, I had a vision.
Start putting them on the book.
Start posting them.
That's a weird vision.
You gotta
That'll go over
You
great.
got to start making TikToks of this.
I'll make mom and dad really proud.
I had a vision of whatever. Start posting them.
That may not be a bad idea. But my whole thing is with all these weird oddities, and everything's kind of happening at once again, and I'm really experiencing a lot of these things at one time, and it's all flooding back, and it's put me in a weird state too, honestly, as I've been like, I don't know what all this means.
Chris, I don't think you should go home tonight.
Should I confront the Mustache Man? I mean, I know, or we suspect he lives there. We don't know for sure.
I assume he lives there. I've seen him in the same
Yeah.
place for
That's
40
gotta be
years.
his place, but like, what do I say to this dude? Do we film it?
Let's make a video.
Should we?
Chris confronts the Mustache Man.
But it's going to be so weird. He may not even know who the heck I am.
We don't even know his name.
I know. That's what's crazy. That's the thing is, too, how do we live in the area that we live in and we don't know who the heck that guy is?
It is kind of odd.
Think about it.
With a town
We live in a town of
of thousand
maybe
people.
1,000 people soaking wet. Maybe 1,000 people. And we're sitting here and we don't know this guy. Is he real? Now I know you've seen him,
Yeah, I've seen him.
but we know nothing about him.
He probably prefers it that way too.
I'm just saying. It's getting under my skin here lately.
I'd say you need to confront the Mustache Man.
The Mustache Man,
The Mustache Man.
who lives on Drury Lane, he's married to the Mustache Man.
But anyways, and then you can divert them to this video that we're making and be like, I don't think you realize
Dude, no, he can't.
the
'Cause
effect that you had on me. I made an entire video dedicated to you.
if he watches this, he's gonna watch it and think I'm insane and gonna lock me up. Maybe this is not what we ease him into. I thought about this. I've thought about for a video idea, but how do you go about it? Do we just show up at his house? That's gonna be really weird.
I think next time you're at that stop sign and you see him, you just need to pull over there and talk to him.
I don't want to do it alone.
I'll
I don't
go
know
with
why I
you.
don't want to do it alone.
Call me and I'll go with you. We'll make a video.
If you really go with me,
I'll go with you.
and we knock on his door, you can't just be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You gotta get like, if I knock on that door and you take off, I'm gonna be upset.
Let's do it, Chris. Right now.
Do you want to go over there right now?
No.
Okay. Probably for the best. All this is too fresh anyway. So maybe maybe this is a part of. I'm thinking too that like maybe there's some answers hidden in here, some mystery, some secrets, if you will, that I don't know. I mean, what are your thoughts?
Chris, I really don't know what to think. You've laid a lot of stuff on me tonight.
I know it's too much. It's too much, but it's been heavy on my mind.
I thought we were just going to talk about the Mustache Man. You started telling me about your psychic powers.
No, I don't even believe in that. I'm not claiming I'm psychic. I don't even believe in that mumbo jumbo. But that was a lot. I probably should have said that for another video. But I've been having all these weird experiences here lately. I don't know. I got to get this out. Who am I going to talk to about this?
Here's the thing. There's no shortage of Chris's creepy corner stories. I know me and you both experienced the shadow people at the Rock House.
Well, should we save that for another creepy corner or
that'll
talk about it
that'll
now?
be another one. The one story that you were asking me about before we started doing this.
Oh, that's a really creepy story. Yeah, do you want to get that down there or do you want to hold it?
Well, let's hold it.
Okay.
I mean,
We can get multiple
I
shots.
think we got enough stuff for this video. So wrap it up for me, Chris.
I'm trying to see if I can feel what your emotions are.
Pretty sure you can tell from my expression what my emotion is.
All this is, it's cheeky, it's fun, but there's a lot of reality to this. So what does it mean? I don't know. I have been thinking too in the back of my mind that maybe it is time to confront some of these things. Maybe I've been running away from it for years. Maybe I need to confront it so I can get some peace and rest. And then maybe these will reveal other answers to the weird oddities going on in my life to where it'll maybe make some sense.
Yeah. People out there, if you can help Chris with his issues,
I don't even know if I would call them. I guess there are some issues.
just comment on this. Tell him what you think. He can take it.
Should we even be posting this?
I don't know. We'll see how it turns out.
But I guess that's Chris's creepy corner.
This is Chris's creepy corner. If you like this, we'll make more of them.
Oh, and if you don't, we'll probably still make them. Because
Yeah.
I've got a lot of stupid bullcrap on my
As
mind.
you can tell, Chris has a lot of stuff pent up that he has to get out.
I'll never talk to him like you're the one I come to about all this.
Yeah, I know. Me, I'm sure Ryan.
Not only all they ever talk to him about. Ryan's done with my BS. He's officially retired.
So now I gotta carry the torch.
Now I have to unload all this baggage on you. But anyway, yeah, should we confront the Mustache Man? I'm willing to do this. So we'll see. We'll think about it. We'll talk about it.
Have to get some consent from the Mustache Man if we can
Yeah,
actually.
that is true, because if he is a real person, although what if we show up to his house? That's like,
Abandoned.
yeah, like
Been abandoned for 50 years.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, someone was like, that Mustache Man hasn't lived in that house in over 70 years. And I'm like, oh my goodness.
I just don't even know what to say.
I don't blame you.
Anyways, this has been Chris's Creepy Corner.
As always, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you got a Facebook, join the Heavyset Podcast Facebook group. Always reach us at the email, theheavysetpodcast@gmail.com.
Well, see you guys later.
Love you. Bye. Record. You got to be up against the wall if I'm going to lay in there with you.
Sorry. Are you laying in here with me?
I thought I was going to crawl in there with you. Well, Mary's going to be doing this. So what am I saying?